Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Mossy here, aka Cybex Trades, and today I'm just going to go over a quick, I guess you could say it's not really more of a trade breakdown, but just more of a accountability. I would say this is more towards of an accountability and holding myself accountable for breaking my rules. And yeah, so took a trade on Netflix today. Came out 18 bucks green on a small account, so 2%, close to 2%, and did my first withdrawal of 100 bucks because I'm growing it, so it's back at 1K now. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So went in into the day. This week has actually been very good price action overall for the market and overall for individual names, big ETFs, and especially tech. Especially with Nvidia earnings and everything, it seems like everything is all taking off. So as you guys can see, like SPY holdings are all green. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So I traded only once, two contracts, the 195 calls on Tesla, and let's get a simple breakdown. Coming to the day, honestly, um, I'm focusing on being disciplined. I'm focusing on working on myself. So I slept late again. I've been this the past 3 days now, and I'm very, I'm very hard on myself to try to hold myself accountable to my regimen and my routine. So anyway, yeah, I slept late again, and I said I wasn't gonna trade, but coming in with Tesla and seeing the price action, I guess, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things that you know, it's cool to do it once, but if it builds as a habit, you're gonna, eventually it's gonna cost you more than, you know, and you look at it like, oh, I'm gonna trade though. This was not even part of my trading plan. Nothing. I had no TPs or profit targets or anything like that. I just saw it and took it. So, which is not a good habit to make. So you guys can see Tesla just boomed today, with the volume especially, and especially on this trend line. Huge trend line here on the bigger time frames, if this is gonna load or not. Come on, man. Yeah, so as you guys can see, we have this trend line here, kind of like a I guess you could say bearish rising wedge. But honestly, we broke that, so yeah, I believe it is a bearish rising wedge. So yeah, we broke that, and yeah, I mean, we just boomed it, we just sent it right above this 192 level to, I guess, yeah, I guess 191. But yeah, so coming to the day, I had this on watch, and I didn't have this on watch. What am I saying? Coming into the day, I was just watching it. I turned on the TOS, and I was like, all right, man, let me just watch stocks. I woke up late. I'm not gonna trade. It's a Friday. Risk off. I'm not seeing anything. Most likely, Fridays are 50-50. Like you can see great price action, and you can just see like low volume into the close. Memorial Day, we got 3-day weekend coming up, and just whatever. But yeah. So anyway, coming into the day, these are my levels. I didn't even had anything marked out, to be honest with you. Yeah, so my first trade, I mean, my only first trade was the 195 calls. I saw how price action was, and I was just like, man, I gotta trade, and that's not a good thing. But once again, I'm holding myself accountable. So first trade 653 here. Enter with two cons of the 195 calls. Those contracts are the highest was $7. So yeah, definitely would have been a great swing for sure. But anyway, I'm not a swinger, so yeah, 653. So I took it first, right? I would say, oh man, what am I doing? Looking back at this, the price action was on my side. I got lucky. This trade should have been red. I should have deserved the red for today. But man, anyway, so let's just go ahead and break this down. I'm just gonna hold myself accountable because this is the only way to do it. So yeah, I saw this like right off the open, this strong volume momentum of these 1 minute candles, and it was just holding very strongly. Even if we look at my EMAs that I use, VWAP and everything. So I noticed that it held above VWAP, and I was like, all right, this is a nice pullback, bull flag breakout here. Stop loss was gonna be right above. I don't even know. To be honest with you, I didn't really have like a strong stop loss. If I'm being honest with you, I was just like, hey man, if we hold above the 9 EMA, I'm holding it. If we don't, I'm cutting it. And yeah, this is very dumb because I did not have a planned entry, I did not have a planned exit, and I did not have a game plan coming into the day. I just took it as I saw it. And you can only go so far with that before you clap yourself and your whole account's gone by 50% or more, or overall, because it's one thing for you to be red when the trade doesn't work out, but it's another when you break your rules when you know you're not supposed to break it. So then, because then that's something that's like could have been totally avoidable, right? I mean, a red trade, the probability of a trade going red is like, no one really knows where it's going to go, when you enter a position, right? Even this beautiful bull flag breakout, I mean, this could have obviously failed, right? It would boop, boop, change its mind. But price action was on the upside today, so you never know. And especially if you don't have a plan or anything like that, you can really you can really be disappointed with yourself, and that's what I'm doing with this recap here. And I'm gonna try to make it as short as possible. Speaking too much, but anyway, entered here at 653 with two contracts, and I believe I rode this all the way up to 658. So yeah, 658. Took some profits here at this level that this level that I had set previously on my charts, this 189.30. And yeah, I mean, for the most part, trimmed one at 658 and then trimmed another at 659. So I'll say like right here. Where's 659, man? So I'll say pretty much right here, man. I really got out here. Both profit targets. I mean, I'm growing a small account. I was up at 33 bucks at one point, but P&L looked, and that was obviously a mistake. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy. Just holding myself accountable over this trade. This is a terrible trade personally, only because it wasn't part of my plan. It wasn't part of my, discipline. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you.